Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Lethem, and we're here with ThinkTech Hawaii Studios. And today's show is Aloha United We Stand, and we're going to be talking with Charlie Lorenz, the Executive Director of FeedingHawaiiTogether.org. Is that right? Did I say it correctly?
You did.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are part of the Aloha United Way organization.
Yes. We've been participants in donor choice for a number of years. I think it's going on 7 years.
Okay.
Emergency food and shelter program. We have a part with that. So this is the second year for that. And then this is going to be our first year for the help me now, the combined federal campaign.
Combined federal campaign.
Yes,
okay, so that means all of our military folks also have an opportunity to provide you some additional funding.
Yes. Yes. And,
okay.
And so the combined federal, this will be our first year for that. But,
okay. All right. Excellent.
We're excited to do that, and we're really excited. There's Aloha United Way has been really, really good to us, and you know, filling out the forms and everything. They're not easy, but
a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, but we get good help, you know, when we need it. You know?
Well, tell us a little bit. How did this organization get started? What was sort of the impetus for launching this organization?
Okay, so what we did was my wife and I did a 1-year residential treatment center for alcohol and drug addicts for men, and they were on site. And when we were doing this, by about maybe 2 or 3 months, the men were thinking like they got to go and provide for the family again.
Right.
But just 3 months ago, they were stealing stuff from their wife and from their kids and going and selling it and buying drugs. So, you know, and they were thinking, you know, like they have to go back and provide for them because they're starving. So we were up above Waiawa Correctional Facility down a dirt road.
Okay.
And it was very isolated. It was a good spot for that. But so what I did was I went down to Food for Less, they're not there anymore, and talked to the manager. And he took me into this room that had all this damaged goods. And he said, I can give you all of this, and we throw it away, and he says, so I can replenish it on a regular basis for you. So we started with...
Now, how long ago was this? How many years ago?
This was 1990.
1990, okay.
Yeah.
So it was a couple years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
and,
okay.
And we did it till 1993.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he provided us with so much. They had alcohol and tobacco, and I said, that's the only thing that we can't...
No.
Yeah.
We do not want to encourage that. Don't give us the alcohol.
No, so we didn't take that.
But the coffee we'll take, yes.
Everything else.
Yes.
And they had, I mean, they even had diapers. He says, well, you don't need diapers. I said, yes, I do, because I have the wives that have children, and they need diapers desperately.
Yes.
So back in those days, they didn't have the box cutter that just cut a thin, you know, cut all the way around the box. They would penetrate the cellophane sometimes, and that would be a good thing for us, because then we could get it.
Then it was damaged. You couldn't sell it.
It was damaged. They couldn't sell it. So, so what make a long story short, what ended up happening was that on Tuesday nights, if I was certain that the wives were drug-free, I let the families come up and we would do a devotion night. And when we were doing that, I had a couple of the students going and getting all this food prepared for them.
Wow.
And they would be like driving out of there with their trunk. I mean, the car is just like a low rider in the back.
Wow.
We gave them so much food.
Wow.
So that was, you know, one indication to me that, you know, there's people that are really, really desperate for food. And it's not just the homeless.
It's not just the homeless. There are a lot of people, all their money's going to pay rent. And there's nothing left.
Exactly.
Yes.
So people on Social Security, interesting facts for the past 7 years, there's only been one bump up, and Medicare and Medicaid come out directly out of their Social Security check, and those have been increasing, so they're sliding back when the economy is is
things are getting more expensive
Yeah.
and more costly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're scared
Yeah.
to death, especially the husband and wife or single elderly people that the
Yeah.
only thing they have is Social Security. They don't have a retirement plan or anything like that. And there's lots of people like that. And we did not know that. What we did is we went to some of the low-income housing and we asked
Now,
them,
where was this at, the low-income housing?
Well, all
Different
around
areas?
Kaka'ako.
Kaka'ako area?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's changing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It is changing, yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But these people come to our food pantry all the way from Waianae. We got people carpooling to come in to shop there and get our goods and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So we went to some of the managers that were the first one we went to. I just told them, I said, hey, if you have any people in your complex, that you know are hungry, and we'd like to bring boxes of food to them and tell them about our pantry.
Yeah.
And so, we made about 25 boxes.
Wow.
And he gave us the rec deck, and about 150 people showed up.
My goodness.
So we had to go back down and make a whole bunch of more boxes.
Yeah,
But then,
absolutely.
we told them, because we're not like into giving out boxes of food or bags of food.
Okay.
We like the people to be able to go through with a shopping cart and pick what they want, because if they do that, there's less waste. So it's
Yeah, because then they're getting the things that they know how to prepare.
exactly.
Their foods that they're part of their diet, their current diet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people can't eat
Right.
different, diabetes. and
Somebody
things
gave
like
me a
that.
spaghetti squash the other day. I'm like, I have no idea. What am I going to do with this thing?
Yeah.
So I had to go online to look. How do you prep a spaghetti squash?
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes good sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was an eye-opener. And so we told him, okay, these boxes is a one-time thing.
Okay.
And we got something better for you if you just, walk, because we're all in the Kaka'ako area.
Oh,
we're,
okay.
Yeah, because we're at 615 Keawe Street.
Now, are you still there?
We're still there.
You're still there.
We're still there.
You're still there. We get that address one more time.
615 Keawe Street.
Keawe Street. Now,
Yeah.
what's that close to? So for people who maybe
Lex Brody?
Lex Brody.
Yeah, so Lex Brody is one block Diamond Head from us. So if you're at Lex Brody, then one block downtown or one block Eva is where we are.
Oh,
and as soon as you
okay.
get on the corner of Queen and Keawe
Uh-huh.
and look down the street, you're gonna see the line. I mean, sometimes the line goes around the street.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when's the best time to come? When's
Well,
the time when you maybe don't have to stand in the long line?
It's always a long wait.
Oh, it's always a long
we
wait,
never
isn't it?
we never guarantee a short wait.
Okay.
But what we do is we have a loading dock where we get deliveries, and
Okay.
the truck's back right up there, and then it's really easy to unload. And that's why we were able to give away more than 3 million pounds of food last year.
3 million pounds of food.
Oh, more.
That's
3,100,000.
oh my God, that's massive.
Yeah.
That's a massive amount of food.
Yeah. But
You
you know
all are
what?
doing
You know what? One of
incredible work.
the main things about that is is that a lot of that food, if we weren't capturing it and giving it out, would end up in landfills. So it's
Well, the worms have to eat too.
well, when you
You know.
when you bury vegetables and produce,
Yes.
they don't rot too well.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, that's not. Then that I guess that way you go to wait. Even the worms might not eat it. So it's good that we.
I don't know. I never dug it up to find out.
Yeah.
We used to be able to give the one, because the old saying that one bad apple spoils a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
For us, one bad apple gives us a whole bunch.
Gives you the rest. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
the grocery store opens it up and there's a one bad apple and they're going, we can't
We can't sell it.
sell it. We can't separate it out. So we get it and we separate it out.
Okay,
We have
all
a
right.
stainless steel sink and we,
Wow.
get rid of the rotten ones and
Keep the good stuff.
yeah.
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 And I'm sure it doesn't sit on the shelf for very long either.
No, and we do have a walk-in refrigerator, we have a walk-in freezer,
Mhm.
and we have pallet shelves all over the place, and it's a pretty
So
good
who
operation.
does all this work? Who is it that's getting all this stuff and bringing it to you? That's got to be to me. That's the interesting part of the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, well, we network with a number of different agencies, and
Uh-huh.
Hawaii Food Bank is our main people.
Okay.
So, and it's been that way for years, since 1993. So we did the alcohol drug program for 3 years, 1993. Then we started the food pantry.
You started, okay, so
Yeah.
that was the impetus, was the drug and alcohol treatment.
That's what
Now,
was an eye opener
Did you
for us.
just had to sort of like abandon that, or did you have somebody else come in and
No,
take that over?
someone else came in and took it over.
Because, my family was involved in substance abuse education and prevention for many
Yeah.
years here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
We had an office at Waterfront Plaza,
Oh.
and for about 10 years, we were producing materials for the Honolulu Police Department
Oh.
that they used in their drug education and treatment, or drug education, prevention education programs.
Cool.
And, that's sort of continued to be an ongoing problem here in Hawaii. So
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's good that you were able to find somebody to continue on with that work, because
Yeah.
it's a problem, a pervasive problem that seems to still impact us in so many ways.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crime involved with that, And,
There's crime and really a loss of opportunity.
exactly.
People who have real promise to
Mhm,
do
mhm.
great things with their lives sort of find themselves trapped in this sort of cycle of substance abuse.
Yeah.
And that has a just impact on not only themselves but the family and their community. So
Yeah. So, with that in mind,
Mhm.
we have a lot of drug addicts that come in here, come into Feeding Hawaii Together to get food.
yes,
And they don't act, like grateful or anything like that. So, we have mostly volunteers, and some of them, are a little bit punchy,
yes, yes.
So we try to be really careful with them, because the thing is, human nature is just strange sometimes, because you could have 1,000 people that go through there that we do up to 500 a day, but
Wow.
but they could have like a whole week of having 500 people a day.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, here comes this one person that starts just going off on them.
Yeah.
And instead of focusing on those other people that were so grateful, they focus on that, and it just like, oh, I'm going to quit. I can't do this. I can't handle this. And it's just like it's one out of.
Yeah, it's sad because a lot of these people who and there are a lot of people that do have mental issues. Maybe they're not even using drugs; they just have mental problems.
Yeah, that's true too.
And the human brain is one organ of many organs in our body
Exactly.
that can go awry.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have a kidney go bad, doesn't cause you to have behavioral problems, or your heart's not in great shape, doesn't cause it. But the brain, unfortunately, when the human brain, that wiring gets messed up, you get bizarre behavior.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's sad because then people start judging them as though these people had some sort of control over that. And generally, they don't really have control. That's why they behave that way.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's interesting that you can curve it. You can
curb the
attitudes
volatility.
and So we've had this homeless guy that you've probably seen him walking down up and down Merchant Street, and goes all the way down around Kakako. He's wearing a shirt. And, like I drive to downtown from the Feeding Hawaii Together, and I'm seeing him wearing a shirt, and then when I'm leaving, maybe 15, 20 minutes later, it's no shirt. It's just like, he was so punchy, and he was just like, as soon as they find out that somebody cares,
Yeah.
It changes them, because they're used to nobody cares. Nobody's going to help them. So he was really, really punchy, and so I saw him on the side of the road one day, and I just pulled over and jumped out of my truck and walked up to him and said, hey, all you have to do is when you come in there, just say, please and thank you. Please and thank you. If you just do that, you're going to get food, because the homeless, we'll give them food, get stolen. So we let them shop, 3 times a week. Most normal people in households, our homeless is like 9%, and that shows how much people in households need food too.
Also need food.
Yeah,
yes,
because we thought when we started this it would be mostly homeless, but we got shocked on that.
Well,
but anyway, he now he's coming in there, please and thank you.
Please and thank you. He's being nice.
Yeah. And it's helping him, because
Yeah.
we can give him clothing. We give away everything that can go into a household, And
well, let's when we come back, we're going to go to commercial break. And when
Okay.
we come back, let's talk a little bit about some of the other services that you're providing.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm Chris Lethem, and this is our guest today,
Lorenz.
Charlie Lorenz from feedinghawaiitogether.org, and we'll be right back in about 1 minute, so stay tuned. Aloha.
Aloha, I'm Keli'i Akina, president of the Grassroot Institute and host on Ehana Kako, a weekly program on the ThinkTech Hawaii broadcast network. Ehana Kako means let's work together. Think of the sad alternative, let's not work together. Here in Hawaii, with all of our diversity and the richness of the people, it's important for us to come together around issues on the basis of what's right and what's good and what's going to serve the common good. And that's what we try to do at Ehana Kako. Every week, we interview movers and shakers, people in government, business, and other sectors of society to talk about how to create together a better government, economy, a better world here in Hawaii that can bless the rest of the world. I thank you for your attention to ThinkTech Hawaii, and we look forward to seeing you every Monday, 2 to 3 p.m. on the ThinkTech Hawaii broadcast network. We're Ehana Kako, and we wish you well. Aloha.
Hi, welcome back, folks. This is Aloha United We Stand. Today's guest is Charlie Lorenz from feedinghawaiitogether.org. You got to make sure you put the .org in there, yes?
Yeah.
We were talking just before we went to commercial break. You are doing more than just food these days.
Yes.
You're actually doing meeting other needs of the community.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about some of the other stuff that you folks are doing.
Okay. Well, when we first started, we thought we'd just do everything, do all these classes and everything. And we've narrowed it down to just, what we can do. We do have furniture, appliances. So for the furniture and appliances, So
when you talk about appliances, you're talking about small stuff, or you're talking about like washing machines and dryers, or you're talking about like blenders and
any kind
coffee
of appliance, full-on refrigerators. Tell you a quick story. I walked out of my house and saw my neighbor taking his refrigerator out. And so I go over there and said, hey, are you getting a new refrigerator? He goes, yeah. And I said, well, does the refrigerator work? And he goes, oh, it's all rusted out, and it was stainless steel, and it was rusted out, and the water dispenser was just hanging out, and stuff like that. And he says, this needs to be thrown away. And I said, does it work? He said, what do you mean? I said, does it freeze food, and does it refrigerate food? Right. And he goes, yes. I said, well, I can give you a tax-deductible donation for this, and somebody is going to want this. So we have people that, a refrigerator goes out, they can't afford it, and if the landlord didn't supply the refrigerator in the first place, then they have to do something. So we do get hotel refrigerators, we give those away. But for some families, if you got a family of 5, 6, or 7, they need that refrigerator. That refrigerator lasted on the floor for 2 days.
That refrigerator keeps food cold so that they don't have to shop every day. It means food doesn't get spoiled. It means maybe they have to do some repair work to it.
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
I mean, if they want the water dispenser to work, but they don't need that, Well,
what good is a refrigerator without a water dispenser? I mean, really? Okay.
Yeah. So washing machines, dryers, stoves, water heaters. I mean, you name it. Some people are, remodeling their house, remodeling their kitchen, and all that stuff is just being thrown into landfills.
Yes.
Well, we're trying to capture, 15, 20% of what goes into landfills that is still usable.
Okay, so do you all come and pick that stuff up if somebody calls you?
We try to get there, and we try. It depends on how far out they're out, how far out they are, and we do have a great need for funds, especially gas.
You're just like my teenage daughters. You need money for gas.
Yeah, you got a charge card. give me a charge card for a year. But we have a flatbed truck that we got on grants.
Okay.
And it has a lift gate and everything, and that's where we go to pick up donations. But we don't deliver. So the people that want to get what we have, they have to find a way of moving it. beds is a huge commodity.
Yes.
I just got.
Do you get any business from the hotels? Do the hotels show
Oh,
you
yeah.
any love?
Well, yeah.
Get you some mattresses and stuff?
Oh, yeah. That's where we get the small refrigerators,
Oh,
Pacific Beach
yeah.
Hotel. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
different hotels that just call us all the time. I had a contractor call me. He was remodeling the hotel.
Uh-huh.
He said he wanted to give me 1,000 beds. And I said, I can't take 1,000 beds. You gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
And but we get shocked all the time on what the needs are, So he talked me into taking 7. So I go down there with a flatbed truck, load up
Yes.
7 beds, come back, and then the news spread like wildfire through the community.
That there were beds available.
Feeding Hawaii Together's got beds.
Oh.
And this lady that lives right next door to our food pantry, 80 years old, has been sleeping on the floor for 10 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
And so, that's why I drive a pickup truck, half-ton pickup truck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving in, and I see a bed on the side of the road that's for bulk pickup, and I check it for bed bugs. There's no bed bugs, and it's not been rained on. I throw it in my truck.
Okay.
And it's on the way to go to landfills, and somebody could use it. I mean, you'd be amazed how nice some of these beds are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take one with a ripped and all
Right,
that kind of stuff.
yeah, majorly soiled
So
or
that's
something,
one of the
yeah.
things that we are really challenged with when people give us, just basically rubbish. Then we have
Yes.
to pay to throw it away.
Yeah, that's a humbug, right? Yeah.
But something like that refrigerator that I described, it still worked.
So
and that was gold to the people
do you
that
have
got
a phone number that people could reach you at?
Yes.
What is the phone number where they could call you, or an email address where they could reach you at?
Email would be good. feedinghawaii@live.com. So feedinghawaii@live.com.
Or let's say live.com.
Okay.
Maybe that's good.
Okay.
feedinghawaii@live.com.
Yeah, that's
It's all
good.
about living better and
Yeah.
taking care of each other.
Yeah,
Right?
it is. It is.
Yeah.
And so many people can contribute in so many different ways. We have stores that are coming in and they want to remodel our clothing department
Uh-huh.
and donate clothes. That's not moving too much.
Mhm.
We have David Barrow from Hananu. He's given us so much stuff and
Now, what is Hinano? Tell people, what is Hinano?
Hinano is a Tahiti-based store, I guess you'd call it. But they have all different kinds of apparel and
Okay.
everything. And so he does these events and he invites us to them all the time. And then they're doing a canned good drive.
Okay.
And if people come with canned goods, then they can shop for the discount. And if they don't have canned goods, then he says, well, then you got to donate some money.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So he's been a really good partner with us, and he hooked us up with Sub-Zero, and we got this brand new walk-in refrigerator that's not completed yet, but it's on its way. So we have to fundraise for the refrigeration component of it. So far we've got $10,000. We need about 20 more to get the air handler. And
The air handler.
Yeah, the air handler.
What is an air handler? I don't know what an
That's
air
what's
handler-
inside of the refrigerator, the walk-in refrigerator. This refrigerator.
Oh, it's a thing that moves the air in and out? Is this a kind of a thing that's
it
swapping
keeps the
fresh
temperature.
air? Oh, it keeps the temperature.
Keeps the temperature up. And then
Okay.
there's a compressor on the outside of the
okay.
box.
All right.
So the compressor and the air handler make it cold.
Keep it cold.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to show you, somebody had tweeted us, Mark Ward said, thank you for the work that you're doing. What is the greatest misconception that people have about hunger in the U.S.?
People think that, you just need to get a job. You can do something. Why are you hungry? And it is a huge misconception. The seniors that come to us on Social Security only, they're
Yes.
scared to death to not pay the rent. Because if they don't pay the rent, they're going to go homeless.
Yes.
Then they don't have enough money to buy medication, so they self-medicate.
Yes.
Because, we talk to all these people,
Yes.
And so I'm telling them, if you're going to self-medicate, you don't have enough money, you got to talk to your doctor and say, what medicine should I buy and what medicine should I not buy? And it's just really sad that, these all our kapunas and nationwide
Yes.
are in this mess where they're going down every year on Social Security, and they're being able to afford less and less and less. So that's one element. There's this.
Well, we have an interesting problem in this country.
We do.
We do, and that's that our population used to look like a pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had the older people at the top,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had the sort of next generation down and the next generation down. That pyramid has shifted.
Mm-hmm.
It now looks kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a pyramid anymore. In fact, it's almost, in a way, it's kind of reversing.
Yeah, exactly.
You have less resources being produced by the working people that can be dispersed amongst the older people or the people who are unemployed or in a disadvantaged state. This is obviously going to continue to be a challenge for us as a nation.
Yeah.
Because there's
I
less.
believe so.
There is less to give away. So.
Well, there's not less to give away.
Okay. There's not less to give away.
That's not the problem.
Okay. What is
the problem? Is being able to capture it and bring it into a place where people can come and get it. So our food pantry.
Interesting.
It has. There is nothing that anybody can buy. Nothing is for sale.
There's nothing for sale. It's
Nothing
all
for
just come
sale.
and get it.
Well, you know, with limits. We
With
have
limits, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
we have it limits on well, every time someone checks in, we already know because of our computer system how many people are in the family. So they're going to get, like, if a person has 8 in the family, they're going to get a ticket that says 8. If there's only a single person, they're going to get a ticket.
So this
that
allows
says
you to
1.
manage the allocation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they go through and walk through and roll the cart up on the scale, and the scale is at minus 48, and then we get an accurate weight. And then after they shop, then they can go to the furniture section, and then they can go to the clothing section.
Okay.
But we make them qualify to shop before they do that, because we had this one Portlock house that we got a phone call, and they said, you know, we're going to remodel the house, and these people were from China, and the furniture was phenomenal. And they said, if you can get it all out in 2 days, you can have it all. I said, well, we're going to do that.
Okay.
So we did, and it was 4-bedroom. They gave us everything. Even the only thing that they didn't give us was the refrigerator and the microwave that was built in.
How nice is that?
Yeah, the washer, dryer, everything, all these beds, all these dressers, and it was all top-end stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So these guys, I see these guys pull up in a pickup truck, and brand new plates and everything, and they walk in. And,
on the pickup truck?
Yeah. Yeah, they walk in and they say, we're here to pick up beds. And I said, you're here to pick up beds? I said, is that your truck? He goes, yeah. I said, did you lose your job or something? And he goes, no. I said, well, no, what's wrong with you? You should be here donating.
Yes.
But you shouldn't be coming here to get a bed that you don't even need or you could afford. And this is crazy. So then we changed the rules. So because of let me show you this here. Because of the see one person can earn a little less than $22,000.
So you actually have a sheet with information about
the qualifications.
Qualifications. Okay.
So a family of 8 could be almost $76,000 income and qualify.
And still qualify.
And this is according to USDA standards.
So the guy that pulls up in a brand new pickup truck with brand new plates on it, maybe you're not on the list.
I don't think so. I mean, that's where you really gotta exercise restraint.
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to either give them a swift kick in the rear end on the way out, or just open your wallet, dude.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll give you the beds, you donate the truck.
There you go.
Yeah. So here's the thing, you guys have been at this for a very long time.
Yeah.
You've got, you've got lots of partnerships developed.
Yes.
You were saying something earlier that I thought was quite exciting. You're going to be working with, what is the organization that allows you to have people in the military donate? What do we call that?
Oh, Combined Federal Campaign.
Yeah, the Combined Federal Campaign. This is a new thing for you folks.
Yeah, it is. First year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So now what's that going to do for you?
Well, we're hoping that it's gonna bring in enough income so that we can travel for, our tires all went bald on our truck. And it took us almost 3 months to get the money to put new tires on.
To put new tires on.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go to a
Yeah.
commercial break. We've got one more commercial we're gonna do, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about some of the things that you need to make your organization tick and keep being successful in doing all the wonderful things that you're doing. I'm Chris Lethem. This is Aloha United We Stand, and we'll be right back, so stay tuned for more. Aloha.
Aloha, my name is Josh Green. I'm a senator from the Big Island. I work in the ER there. But on Tuesday afternoons, I get to come and spend 45 minutes to an hour with Jay Fidel and the ThinkTech staff. They're terrific professionals. They help us to bring some of the leading cutting-edge topics here across our state to you. So you can join us at our show on healthcare in Hawaii to talk with leaders from across all the spectrum of health in our state, or you can join us for any other show where we talk about economic development or tourism, or some really eclectic programs too. So really, we'd love to see you here on our show. Thanks for joining us and thanks for supporting us.
Aloha, how you doing? I'm Gordo the Tech Czar here on ThinkTech Hawaii, where we co-host Hibachi Talk, where we talk about technology and bring in all kinds of cool guests. Also, my co-host with me today is
Andrew the security guy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching ThinkTech Hawaii, and thanks for watching Hibachi Talk. We also have Angus.
And you there, lad? It's Angus. I bring in all kinds of wee things. Oh, look, you see my lips moving.
We're live. We're back. This is Aloha United Way. Today's guest is Charlie Lorenz from feedinghawaiitogether.org. And Charlie, you're doing great stuff. You're working hard. You've got all these partnerships. You've now got one more time. What was the organization where people the
Combined
Federal Campaign
and Donors' Choice.
And Donors' Choice as well.
Yeah.
So if you are a participating member of either of these organizations, please remember to include feedinghawaiitogether.org in your and check them off and make sure you include them in your donation.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and
Thank
especially if you're a local person here, it sounds like you're doing great stuff. So we want to keep you working hard and keep you busy, keep you employed. Yeah.
Actually, I'm a volunteer there.
You're a volunteer.
Yeah.
Wow.
My wife well, in 1993, in 1990, we got ordained
Okay.
at Word of Life Christian Center.
Okay.
And they are...
Now, you're not performing marriages over here, are you?
No.
No, okay, all right,
No.
okay.
So I do weddings sometimes, but not there.
Not there,
Yeah.
okay.
So
That could be interesting, you know, just
Yeah.
throw a wedding in once in a while, make it kind of interesting.
baptism or something,
Yeah.
And I did a baptism over there because these people wanted it, so I just did a small baptism.
Oh, that's awesome.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, we have Pastor Art, Pastor Kuna, and Pastor Candace Chang, who are, she's the administrator of the church. And if it wasn't for the support of Word of Life, this would not be existing.
Well, that's nice to mention Word of Life,
Yeah. Yeah.
They're an organization that has done so much
Yeah.
for our community.
Yeah.
And they work very hard. I mean, they are people who really live their faith.
Yeah. So what happened was we have my wife is paid through Feeding Hawaii Together with the donations that we're getting from Word of Life.
Okay.
I'm still being paid from Word of Life, so I'm technically a volunteer. So I'm on the split. I'm going every day. I'm doing Word of Life stuff and Feeding Hawaii stuff. But my wife is there, and they allowed that. I mean, they offered that, and that was really cool. So they've paid rent for us. They've done all kinds of things for us, you know.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't be in existence if it wasn't for them.
Well, I wanted to kind of focus because they're doing great stuff, but you know, there's still some challenges. You folks there's still stuff that you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of put a little bit of the word out a little bit about some of the stuff where you could use some additional help.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's you know, struggle with trash bags and Ziploc bags to divvy up stuff and paper products. You know, it's like we go up to 500 shoppers a day. We get somewhere around 50 new clients a day, and you know, so we have a men's and women's toilet, and we have these big rolls of toilet paper, duals. You know, and paper towels and soap and everything. It takes a lot of money to get all that
so
stuff.
So you need and supplies.
Yeah.
So now I go to the grocery store. They've abandoned plastic bags now.
Yes.
Which means that a lot of us are collecting paper bags way beyond the point that we need them.
Right.
Could you use them?
Sure.
And how do we get
even
them to
the
you?
plastic bags, we can still give those away.
You can.
Yeah, we're exempt from the plastic bag ban.
Okay.
So we talked to, my wife did it, somebody in city and county, I believe it was, or the state, I'm not sure which one. But she found out that we're exempt from that. So, but then they're going away anyway.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually you're going to just have what you buy. If you go to the store and you buy plastic bags because you need them for your household.
Yeah.
But the grocery store bags are sort of going on their way out, so.
Yeah, and it seems like they're not that strong.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that it can be reused. So if people have all these bags, like canvas bags or, you know, vinyl bags and things like that, that's cluttering in their house, that's like gold. Rolling suitcases, that's gold, because
Oh, really?
oh yeah, because the shoppers will come in, they'll shop with, you know, with a basket and fill all the food into the basket, or, you know, to wheel it out, or a rolling suitcase, and backpacks and things like that. And you know, so it's and some of them that are really able-bodied can carry boxes out.
Okay.
So we try to get you know, them as close as possible when they're. Some of them are walking, some of them are on the bus, and we even had, you know, the bus company was saying that people were like getting buyer's remorse, but of course we're not selling, but that's what they called it, and they said that they were taking out stuff out of their bags and leaving it on the bus.
Why?
And they said because they're thinking now, I walk to the bus stop, and now when I get off, I have to climb this hill or something like that.
Okay.
So then they're you know, so I said, well, you know, would it be okay if you guys sent, you know, 2 or 3 bus drivers over here to talk to all the people?
Okay.
Then they started doing that.
Oh.
So it solved the problem. You know, so the bus drivers were over there and talking about it. Now all the bus drivers they know when we're open and everything, and they're all prepared for it and everything. So, and we keep on reminding them, you know, that you know, you just take what you can handle on your trip. Now, people with cars is a little bit different.
Yeah,
you know.
well, they have that convenience.
And we don't have parking for them, so they have to pay meters if they come with a car.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Well, that's too bad. It's
Yeah.
too bad that we didn't get some help from the city on that issue, maybe,
Yeah.
and you have vouchers or something that you can put on windows and tell, I don't know, some way of helping people.
That would be a good idea, yeah.
Yeah,
if
maybe
we
a
could do
voucher or
that.
something where if they're parked there, they get a half-hour voucher or something, like you can get their shopping
Yeah,
done.
with the handicapped people, they just display their handicap.
Yeah, that's true.
placard,
That's true. Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's a lot of that too.
Well, what else? What do you see for your organization? You have any aspirations and other things that you'd like to be doing?
Yeah.
What else would you
Yeah.
like to be doing? Well, if you
Well-
could have, what's your wish list here?
My wish list would be to hit every island with a food pantry like this.
Okay.
So with refrigeration, freezers,
Mhm.
and every island is throwing away stuff that could be given away.
So are you saying that there's an opportunity, if you had the structure or infrastructure in place, that you could do the same thing on the neighbor islands?
Correct.
Isn't that interesting?
Correct. So I think Hilo, Kona, Maui, Kauai, and maybe even one more on Oahu.
So what's stopping you from implementing that?
Well, money.
Money?
And or it wouldn't even have to be money. You know, like it's like, I know people that have nonprofit organizations that are paying $1 a year to the state for a facility.
Yes.
You know, and that would work. You know.
So have you been down to the big square building and had a chat with our folks down at the legislature?
Yes, I've been there. And yeah. So yeah, but yeah.
Well, maybe we could even do something. You know, I know they're trying to set up more opportunity to have some housing in Sand Island. And my thought is, well, one of the challenges for people who are going to be living out there, especially these families, is that it seems like it's a long way away from any support services or getting access to be able to go down and buy or get groceries or food, and then where are they going to store all this stuff?
Right.
You know, so I think that presents some unique challenges, and perhaps there is a solution there.
There is lots of solutions, and we have a board of director that was donating a substantial amount of money per month, and then he had to cut it off because he couldn't afford it. But when he was doing that, we had a benevolent fund, and we were providing bus passes, getting people's IDs. You know, there's so many people that get out of prison. Just yesterday, this woman called and said, you know, hey, I don't even have a valid ID or anything. I just got out of prison and I don't have anything to eat. So I said, you come on down, you know. Okay. We'll take people that don't have IDs.
So I have a question for you. There are the YMCA, the one that's on Atkinson, had lots of old lockers. Would that be something that you could, if those lockers were donated to you, where you could provide a place for people to keep stuff, like maybe keep their important documents and such, in a little locker so it wouldn't get stolen, like they could go have it as a place? Or would that sort of be outside the scope? Would that be difficult to manage?
It's kind of difficult to manage, but I have offered many of the clients that are homeless that if they want to, we have a fire safe, you know.
Okay.
And it's just a small one, and just to copy their documents, and you know their driver's license or state ID, and you know passport if they have it or whatever, birth certificate, and we put it in a safe and put it in a folder with their name on it, and so that way it's a lot easier to.
Because clearly one of the big challenges for folks is if their paperwork gets stolen, their documents, their identification gets stolen.
Exactly.
That's such an onerous process and time-consuming process to go back through.
And then once that happens to them, nobody will help them.
Yeah.
Nobody.
You're just.
Now I think Helping Hands Hawaii might be doing that a little bit, and because I know they get grants off and on for things, and they have grants. See, another thing we do is we network with all these other agencies that have grants to help people, but they can't find the people. So we have like 500 people a day.
Wow.
And we give them a table.
Wow.
So as long as they don't charge anything for what they're doing. We give them a table, and you know they you know so the loading dock is all lined with chairs when we're open.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to sort of stop the show here because we're running out of time.
Okay.
But I'm Charlie Lorenz from Aloha. I'm sorry. This is feedinghawaiitogether.org.
Okay.
And can you give your email address one more time?
Yes, it's Feeding Hawaii. live.com.
At liv.com. Okay, great. Well, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you.
And I'm Chris Lethem. This is Aloha United We Stand. Thank you, folks. We hope that you will contribute. And then for those folks that are part of the federal, what is it called again? One more time.
Combined
Federal Campaign. That you will donate to feedinghawaiitogether.org. And we'll be back again next week, and we'll see you then. Aloha.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Lorenz.
much.
Okay. You're frozen.